Welcome to Wendy and Ria's Art.
Everybody. So I'm back again, and this is the second abstract with the graphite first layer that I've done. Now I've given this one here, I think at least 5 sprays with the Spectrafix. So you can see that it has bled, which is fine for me because I quite like that look in the underpainting. But if I'd done some graphite work on the top of my abstract and that happened, I probably wouldn't be as forgiving. So let's see now. So I'd say I've now done enough, but as I said, I did really light fine mist sprays and it's still activated or reactivated. So yeah, look, you know, the smell side of it's great, and I'll probably continue to use the Spectrafix for underlayers, underpaintings, first layers, that sort of thing. But I think on the final layer, I'd be giving it a second thought. Okay, now I have here a baby python snake skin. That's the rest of him. That's the tail end. So I've chopped it in half, and I've just going to use the top half of him. But I'm going to use matte medium to fix that to my abstract. So this abstract is basically, it's like a red center, earthy nature colors. I really love the blacks. I'm not really a black person, but I'm really liking the look of these thick black lines and, you know, soft grays coming off them. I'm really liking that at the moment. But let's get this snake skin on. So I think this is dry enough, and it looks amazing, I have to say. It looks amazing with the black marks underneath. It looks like a real python skin. So my next dilemma is what colour to make him. It would be super realistic if I left him as he was and then did the colours around him, to be honest, but I was going to put the transparent red oxide over just to really highlight the skin, which I'm going to do because it really, yeah, it brings it up. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use red oxide. Let me grab something. I've used this before and I know it works super well and looks amazing. So, Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold. Of course it is. From Golden. It's the most beautiful colour, and on the snake skin it looks, well, I think it does. In my opinion, it looks amazing. So let's get a brush, and I'm using the high flow because I want it to be fairly liquidy. snake skin is all dry and the colour looks amazing. What I'm going to do now is just use a snake skin stencil just to repeat that pattern a little bit in this up top left hand corner, and to do that I'm going to use some golden extra heavy gel matte to get some texture into that stencil. Whoa, it is extra heavy. Okay, so I'm going to do three colours. My son had a green tree snake that died and I loved the colour of it, so what I'm going to do is replicate some of those colours. Now this green is pretty bright. It's Atelier Free Flow in the permanent green light, but I'm going to add some Payne's grey with it just to knock it back a little bit. Maybe just 2 drops of that. Pick something a bit firmer to put it on, I think. So try and make sure that you mix it in really well so you don't have any white spots. Providing a bit of texture, keeping with those nature colours that I wanted to do, and repeating that snake pattern up in that corner. So we'll let that dry. It's probably going to take a while actually, so I shall return. Okay, back again. Just realised that's still drying. Okay. Instead of just going and washing that lovely thick texture off the stencil, I grabbed some deli paper and got some imprints on there so that in the future I can use some of these as collage. I also got some on a blue little piece of paper that came in a stencil packet. Again, might make an interesting collage in the future for something. So by the time I did all of this, plus I got these little bits here as well, again, just for an interesting collage piece. Beautiful texture, just little bits here and there. Yeah, so I got all of that off the stencil, and by the time I'd done all of this, there was barely any paint left on the stencil. It was very quick and easy to wash off. So just a little hint not to waste that paint that's left over. You can actually, like this one's really gorgeous. It's quite flat, whereas this one's nice and textured, and this one's just little dots here and there. That'll make a beautiful collage, they all will. So yeah, just a little idea there. texture's dry and it looks really, really nice. It's quite raised in places, so it's very effective. So now I just need to put some colour in the other spots. So let's get started with that. So this is our Acrylics Hooker's Green Lake Deep. It's quite a dark green. It's almost a black green. Pulling up a bit of that so it's not, because what I want to actually do is come in and glaze over some of that with a lighter green. Okay, I'll just leave this one as it is, I think. Actually. Okay. Now, so I've got some green. Might try some of this transparent red oxide. Up a bit of green here. So I've got the bright green, the Payne's grey, just adding a bit of this creamy colour, Tide and Buff. I'll just add a little bit of zinc white. I want it a bit lighter, but I don't want it to be opaque, so just adding a few drops of zinc white. Okay, it's getting more like it. Okay, that's sort of what I'm looking for. I'm just going to add some of the dark green in these spots. I think I'm going to do a bit of a glaze. So I'll use some glazing gloss medium for the glazing liquid. That way I'll just get a hint of the dark green instead of the full hit of it. Okay. Just a little drop. So got the glazing liquid here and a tiny drop of that. Some of the shapes here, and this sort of reminds me a bit of a tree trunk, and this reminds me of grass trees and the little, or the big stalk that grows up in the middle of them. So I'm going to use some Prismacolor Nupastels just to put in some of the grass trees here. Spotted this little bit here, and I thought a grass tree here would be nice so that it's not all over here. happy with that. Just turn this off. I'll go and wash my hands and come back and take the tape off. Okay, so when I remove the tape, I give it a quick hit with the hairdryer. Okay. It's the best feeling doing this, isn't it? Taking that tape off. It's like the grand unveiling. Okay, so there we have it. I really like it, so I'll sign off on it. Probably in black would be the one, wouldn't it? So I'll use one of these too. Okay, haven't got a name yet, but really happy with this, and this is nice just as an adjunct up in the corner. But this, I've got to say, the graphite underneath the snake was an accident that looks really cool. I'm going to do that in future when I'm putting a snake skin on, is actually do some charcoal or graphite underneath, because it really looks like the markings on the snake. So happy accident. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching me collage the snake skin, do the stencil, and then develop the rest of the abstract work. Please like and subscribe and help us grow our channel, and hopefully we'll see you back soon to watch something else. Thanks again.